The motorsports world just exploded with news nobody saw coming. Travis Pastrana, the action sports legend who's done everything from backflipping motorcycles to conquering rally racing, just announced he's bringing YouTube sensation Cletus McFarland to NASCAR's biggest stage. We're talking about Daytona International Speedway, and this partnership is about to shake up everything you thought you knew about how drivers get to the top level of stock car racing. Garrett Mitchell, better known as Cletus McFarland, has built an empire on YouTube by doing burnouts, racing Crown Vics, and running his own track called the Freedom Factory in Florida. Millions of fans watch him build insane cars and host racing events where the only rule is to go fast and have fun. But now, he's stepping into a completely different world. He's racing in the NASCAR Truck Series at Daytona, and Travis Pastrana's team is making it happen. The announcement hit social media like a bomb. Cletus will be driving the number 4 Chevrolet for Niece Motorsports, and the truck will be sponsored by Black Rifle Coffee Company, which is a perfect partnership for someone with his audience and personality. But here's where things get really interesting and deeply emotional. This isn't just another race for Cletus. This is a tribute. The number 4 truck will carry special Be Like Biff branding, honoring NASCAR legend Greg Biffle using the iconic font Greg made famous during his career, and this tribute runs deep. Greg Biffle, his wife, and their children tragically died in a plane crash back in December 2025. Cletus and Biffle were close friends who worked together on Hurricane Helene relief efforts, helping people who lost everything in that disaster. Biffle also mentored Cletus when he started making ARCA starts in 2025, coaching him and believing in his potential when others might have dismissed a YouTube star trying stock car racing. So, when that number 4 truck rolls out at Daytona, it represents something far bigger than one race. It's a student honoring his mentor. It's a friend remembering a friend taken too soon. It's Cletus carrying Greg's legacy onto one of the most famous tracks in all of motorsports. Pastrana explained exactly why he wanted Cletus on his team. Cletus is someone who truly loves racing. He's built an incredible following because he's genuine and passionate about what he does. We want drivers who aren't afraid to go for it, and Cletus fits that perfectly. Those words capture what makes this partnership special. It's not just about credentials or coming up through traditional racing programs. It's about heart, determination, and genuine love for the sport. Cletus was equally fired up about the opportunity. He posted on social media saying, "This is a dream come true. I've been watching NASCAR my whole life, and now I get to race at Daytona with Travis Pastrana's team. I can't wait to get out there and give it everything I've got." You can feel the emotion in those words. This isn't some publicity stunt. This is a guy chasing a dream and honoring someone who believed in him. But let's be completely honest about what Cletus is walking into. Racing at Daytona for your NASCAR Truck Series debut is absolutely insane. Most drivers start at smaller tracks to learn the ropes and build experience. Daytona is a super speedway where trucks hit speeds over 180 miles per hour and race in massive packs. One tiny mistake can trigger a wreck involving half the field. The drafting, the split-second decisions, the intense strategy, it's incredibly difficult, even for drivers with years of NASCAR experience. That's where Pastrana's team becomes crucial. Niece Motorsports isn't some small operation trying to figure things out. They've been competing in the Truck Series for years and know exactly what it takes to race at tracks like Daytona. They have the equipment, the crew, and the experience to give Cletus a real shot at not just surviving, but actually competing. Pastrana himself understands the challenges because he's raced in NASCAR before. He knows what Cletus will face, and his team will provide the support needed to prepare properly. Here's what makes this even crazier. Cletus won't be alone in this wild adventure. Travis Pastrana himself is climbing behind the wheel of the number 42 truck for Niece Motorsports. And then there's Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the guy who won the Daytona 500 back in 2023, racing the number 45 truck for the same team. So you've got a YouTube star, an action sports icon, and a Daytona 500 champion all on the same team for one race. That lineup is absolutely bonkers, and it's going to bring massive attention to this event. But before any of this happens, Cletus has to pass a critical test. NASCAR doesn't just let anyone race at Daytona. He has to prove he can handle the truck safely at race speeds. Officials will watch everything: his lap times, vehicle control, how he handles traffic, whether he follows instructions. If he passes, he gets approved to race on February 13th. If he struggles or shows he's not ready, NASCAR won't let him compete. It's that simple and that serious. Cletus isn't completely new to stock car racing, though. He made 4 ARCA starts in 2025, and at Charlotte he finished 9th, which showed he could actually handle himself and compete. But NASCAR's Truck Series is a huge step up from ARCA. The competition is fiercer, the speeds are higher, and the stakes are bigger. This whole situation shows how NASCAR is evolving. The sport is becoming more open to drivers from different backgrounds and paths. You don't have to start racing go-karts at age 5 anymore. If you can meet the requirements and bring something valuable to the table, NASCAR is willing to give you a shot. That's genuine progress, and it's exactly what the sport needs to grow. Social media personalities like Cletus bring millions of followers who might not normally watch NASCAR. When he posts videos about his NASCAR journey, those fans tune in. Some of them might become lifelong NASCAR fans. It's good for the sport, good for growing the audience, and good for bringing fresh energy to racing. Pastrana shared his expectations for the race, and his approach is perfect. We're not putting pressure on Cletus to win on his first try. We want him to learn, have fun, and show people what he's capable of. If he can finish the race and gain experience, that's a victory in itself. This takes pressure off while still maintaining the competitive spirit that makes racing exciting. Of course, some traditional fans are skeptical. They wonder if a YouTube star has the skills to compete safely at this level. They worry about drivers who haven't come through conventional racing programs. But others argue NASCAR should be open to anyone who meets the requirements and brings excitement to the sport. It's a debate that happens every time someone from outside traditional racing gets an opportunity. What does success look like for Cletus at Daytona? Realistically, he's probably not going to win. But if he qualifies, stays clean, avoids major incidents, and finishes the race, that's a massive accomplishment. Learning the craft, earning respect from other drivers, and having a positive experience would be a huge win. More than anything, he wants to race hard and make Greg Biffle proud. No matter what happens on February 13th, this partnership has already made an impact. Travis Pastrana and Cletus McFarland are writing a new chapter in racing history. They're proving that passion and determination matter as much as traditional credentials. They're showing that NASCAR welcomes people from all backgrounds. And they're honoring the memory of a legend who believed in giving people chances. When that number 4 truck with Be Like Biff branding hits the track at Daytona, it will represent dreams, friendship, and the changing face of motorsports. This is NASCAR's future, and it's going to be one hell of a ride.